I guess. Okay, we're on now.
Already?
Yeah, this is how we start. We always start really abrupt and we end really abrupt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, you have a GameCube. That's awesome.
I know. I haven't been setting the table.
I just moved the NES from our basement. Oh, okay. You made juice?
Yeah, out of the can and everything.
Oh, great.
Do you want Ariel, Aurora, or Belle?
Whatever's fine.
Yep, the day I moved in, Nathan walks in, first thing he says is, yo, damn right I'm drinking out of a Belle glass. And it's like, oh, well, that's how this is going.
Is there water in the tap?
Yeah, there's water. There's also like a filter in the fridge.
Okay.
It's the one that looks like a fancy base.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's nice.
Right? It's crazy like that.
Cool. This is like some kind of modern art piece.
I know. I think so. We got it
So I just, how do I use this?
with the spout.
What? Where is it?
Look at the top.
How does it?
You need any help there, bud?
I'm struggling, yeah. I am struggling much right
Just
now.
do it over the sink.
Much struggles.
So Schmitty was in your film today.
Yep. We filmed this morning from like 9 to like 2. Finished almost an hour early, so it was really good. It went really well.
That's awesome. So everything you need is done?
Nope.
Oh,
just like the one location. We shot at.
We're shooting at some random guy's house tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it's not random, guys.
Oh, I know, but to me he is because I met him yesterday.
Oh.
He's a friend of mine, and he's in my class and stuff. So.
Yeah.
We shot at his house
No, it's pretty
last
fucking
couple days.
random, eh?
Yeah.
Last couple days, and so I like, can I just shoot there also? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we're doing that.
Nice.
So far, it's good. Hopefully, the rest of it works out. But, yeah, I'm
Good.
excited.
Thomas is so on your videos. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Danny put a new one out. Danny put a new one out. Danny put a new one out.
What? Vlogs and stuff?
Yeah. Like all of his are acting.
Yo, I'm gonna get to be in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
Like,
I think it's funny because I'm just really tired in all the footage we shot so far.
Oh, of
Because all the
course.
footage we shot so far is me losing it at like 10 p.m. and then me losing it at like 7
For the
this
vlog?
morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? He like texted me, the one like right after you turned 20.
Right.
He texted me, he's like, seems like arachnophobia is going well, but it seems like he's taking turning 20 really hard.
Yeah.
I was.
And he was like, I'm kind of worried about that guy. You gotta check on him.
It was
see if
weird.
He's okay.
I'm a little better now. I think.
No.
Good.
But it's
In the
I don't know, it feels weird.
Oh really? Because in the parking lot, I did a parkour jump over the beam.
Those like
thing.
roadblocks.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
roadblock things. And then Dan just walked around. I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you parkour jump? He's like, because I'm 20 now. My life is over.
I have to be a grown up now. No. I parkour jumped over some boxes today. We had to do stock, and I was like, it was awful. It's a disaster.
That's amazing.
You guys saw Logan.
Yeah, we just saw it. Yeah, because we finished the shoot and then we're like, let's go see Logan. So we saw it. I really liked it.
You really liked it?
I really liked it too.
I'm afraid to say like anything about the movie because I know you have.
Can I say
very strong
the thing?
opinions.
My thing about the kills, like my
Yes,
estimate.
yeah, you can say that.
So after watching it, I estimated that there are probably more Wolverine kills in this movie than every other X-Men movie combined.
Maybe. I
I think
feel
it
like
would
he
be
very
close.
quietly off-screen kills a lot of people in
Yeah.
X-Men movies.
No, but like
That's
more.
probably-
There's more on-screen killing than this.
There's a lot of
It's
it.
ridiculous.
He does
amount
kill a
of
lot of ninjas in
Oh.
the Wolverine. though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
Yeah.
like he just kind of like tears through ninjas for like half that movie.
It's
Uh,
true.
Because that
I
movie's
forget that
fine.
movie.
I guess.
Yeah,
I
there's
remember
not
there was
really
some
much to
girl,
it.
I was like, are you out of Hydra? Who the fuck are you?
I love
And then
the-
she was like a snake, and I was like,
Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of weird. I remember. I love the one part though when he throws the guy out the window of the hotel, and then she's like, "How'd you know there'd be a swimming pool?" And he's like, "I didn't."
and you're like, ooh, gruff, but still PG.
Exactly. Solid.
Yeah.
I just like accidentally PG-13.
Yeah.
Trying to be R-rated, man.
Yeah. Okay. So,
What'd you think of Logan?
I really struggled because I liked it, but
so what?
okay.
Do you hate? Do you like not like yourself for liking it?
A little background on me and my comic book history is like X-23. Her origin story was the first comic book I ever bought.
Oh, okay.
Right.
She made me fall in love with Marvel Comics and how
So
dark they can be and how...
Can I just make a guess here? Her origin was different in the movie than it was in the comics.
It's the same thing that they did with like Wolverine and the Wolverine. Like it's the same thing. Where you're like, you're kind of using the same names and we're kind of doing it properly, but everything is wrong. How dare you?
Yeah.
And it's like, I loved her when she was on screen and not talking.
Yes.
I was like, fuck yeah, kill it.
You go kill those guys. You tear them up. Yeah.
Yeah, she was so good, and she just like she moved right and she looked right. She was a little bit young.
Yeah. Typically she's older, right?
Yeah.
Like she's like a
I
teenager.
feel like it's been a while since I read that, but in the comics, I feel like she's like 14 when she gets out.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, you're a little young to be doing this. And her story's so good.
Right.
So
So like to kind of do it short is kind of a letdown for you. I get that.
Okay, the base. No, I'll get to that when we get to it. Well, why don't we just like go through the movie to its plot, see how we felt about it,
Sure.
and then I can get bitchy about the parts where I'm feeling bitchy.
More center. That's good.
Oh yeah.
That'll.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Now I get to hear your cough. I feel bad. I always feed you guys, and then you're eating during the thing.
Oh,
That's fine. We normally eat it.
I know, but then when I listen to it, I'm like, God damn it, stop eating. And they're like,
She's basically a giant.
I don't know why I'm so hungry.
Yeah,
I literally just ate like 5 like chicken strips before.
Yeah, I watched him
I'm
eat
still enjoying this chicken.
You know what? I fucking tried, man.
No, you succeeded.
I succeeded?
Right? No, this is great. That's fine.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why I'm still so hungry for this.
I probably shouldn't be eating this. I was dying this morning, so like.
Yeah,
Of hunger?
No, like you're just like really sick.
Yeah,
I'm
like I had a fever like all night,
and
then
I need you to be okay because we're filming today.
and I just felt like super
Not like-
sick.
You're
Like-
my brother, please don't die, but like, dude, I have to
You're my
film.
actor. Please be able to film.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know he's really working on film when it goes like,
yeah,
family, I don't care if you die.
but, like, 'cause I was really crap. Like I was just like a really like just dead, like drop dead, like crappy feeling.
Dead.
Then I
Being
took some.
drop
Then I
dead,
took
dead?
some Advils, and then
Is that what's jingling in your pocket?
yeah,
Driving me insane.
you bet. So anyways, I took some Advils, and then like I actually got hungry, so I'm like, sweet, I'm good.
Nice.
So and I've been getting my normal hunger spikes today. So.
Good. Normal hunger spikes are good for going on.
I feel like I might reset tomorrow, though. I might be terrible tomorrow morning.
Maybe. Just eat everything you can right now.
Yeah. Enjoy it while I can.
Seriously. Oh my God. Okay. So, where to start? Like, where did that movie even start off?
So he's sleeping in his car.
Oh, and he's like an Uber driver? He's like an Uber X driver.
He's like
and I
an
was
Uber
like,
taxi driver.
It's like, that's adorable.
I think I was totally on board with that. I love that like washed up like old Wolverine. Like that's so great.
With like the limp and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
man, you're tired.
If you had a problem with the other X-Men movies where I like them, but Wolverine's just not sad enough. Well, don't worry, they solved that.
It's true. But,
It really worked for this movie for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That moment where the guys are like trying to steal the rims off his car or his tire. I don't know if they're trying to steal like his whole tire.
They're trying to steal
I think it was a rim.
Yeah,
or whatever.
well, they're-
Anyway.
Because I feel like people steal whole tires too.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to take the tires off his car.
Yeah, and when he just finally loses it, and that first shot of him like blowing through that guy's head when it just like stops. And I loved how they shot it because it just stopped and let you have that moment of like, holy shit, it's really happening.
Yeah.
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 I love he cuts the one guy's arm off while it's holding a shotgun and hits the ground and the shotgun fires.
Yeah, and you're just like, and just that.
That's straight out of Predator. Like,
no, it really is. And you're just like, oh my god.
It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was bad. I was with Thomas and all of his friends, like his work friends. And so I'm trying not to be like, this is everything I've ever wanted. But it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I waited my whole life to see Wolverine slice
Some people don't
face
look over and
in
be
half.
like, oh, sure.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
no. But I freaking love all that. Like, it never got, like, too, like, I feel like it was never too, like, I feel like claws couldn't do that much damage. Like, it wasn't, like, too over the top, I think. Like,
Yeah.
No, even they weakened him in this one too, which was good.
Yeah.
They made it harder for him to like kill.
And that's a really important thing to do for action movies, which I feel like is that you have to give your hero
there has
limits.
to be like stakes. And
They
stuff.
have to have limits. Like the T-800 in the first Terminator is like an unstoppable killing machine.
Yeah,
essentially.
and Kyle Reese is just a regular guy basically.
And Kyle Reese is just a regular dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the T-800 comes back as the good guy in Terminator 2, they have to make him.
Why didn't
They give him a handicap because he's like, look, you can't kill people.
Yeah.
Also, there's a Terminator that's better than him trying to kill him. So
Exactly.
It wasn't like an unbelievable way that they decided to do it either. Like adamantium poisoning is a real thing that happens to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that happens in the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because there's a part in like the 90s where he got all the adamantium like ripped out of him, and I think he could like heal better because of that.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And they just found that like it was deteriorating his system long term.
Yeah, so
And I think-
this is in the future too, so it's
Yeah.
getting so much longer that it's.
And I read a
We
couple
get
of the
it.
Old Man Logans, and I feel like that was like a contributing factor in
Yeah,
how he
and-
was living.
Yeah, because old man Logan, he's just like he's starting to age.
Yeah, he's
been around
deteriorating.
for so long that it's just he's a little weaker now.
Yeah.
The chili factor is just as good.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I like that. It's not just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm grumpy, so I don't want to be as good as I am. That was cool. And, okay, I'm like a diehard Wolverine fan, and I like to think I know just about everything there is to know about that guy, but who the fuck was that guy with the hand?
Oh,
Like, who was he?
Dr. Claw, obviously.
he's not specifically a Wolverine villain. I watch all these Easter egg videos and like things you missed and like all that.
Before
shit.
you went to see it?
I don't watch all that before I went to see it.
You
But I
literally
watched
came
some of
here
it.
right after you saw it.
No, but there's
We
one.
had food in
No, I'm
between.
trying to remember because I saw one.
We got gas.
I saw one like months ago when the first trailer dropped and they were like analyzing.
For shame.
But yeah, there's like I can't remember exactly, but there's like a group of like cyborgs that are like they fight the X-Men sometimes.
Yeah.
He's just like one of them.
Yeah. And also, like, almost like all of his like henchmen guys had like a robotic right hand.
Yeah.
So I feel like as some kind of like pledge to that like organization, you have to like cut off like
Yeah,
your right
yeah.
arm and get like a robot one because there's always the right one. Like that's not by coincidence. Oh, you know, we just all
That's
lost
true.
our right arms and like
No,
Yeah.
and it was definitely like they wanted
they
to
wanted
be
it
enhanced.
to be
It
enhanced.
wasn't like it wasn't like
It was
an
just kind
accident.
of yeah.
Like they
It wasn't like
arms in an accident.
it wasn't
or anything.
an
It
accident.
was a specific like
Yeah.
modification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forget what
As
that
like
group is
as
called.
like a way of like being better
Yeah.
than human. Yeah, he's probably one of the weaker parts of the movie, but like
I thought he was good.
he's still good.
He
though.
wasn't-
I couldn't. I
he wasn't
couldn't. I
the
couldn't. I
main
can't
villain.
tell you his name though.
That's true.
Me neither. It's like
Yeah,
that
but, like,
guy in
he's
Rogue
like
One.
he's like a
Rogue
henchman.
One,
Chirrut's friend.
Director Chris.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The one that nobody remembers his
Wait,
name.
I've seen it 3 times. I
Which
can name all of them
solidifies
except for
my
that
point
guy.
that
Wait, which
that
one? The
movie's
blind dude?
No, the
dumb.
guy, his friend.
Oh,
with
his
the
friend.
green
no,
gun.
the blind dude is Chirrut, but only because I watched so many
Yeah.
critiques of the movie that say Chirrut's friend
Yeah.
that no one remembers his name.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I know all the other names, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's only because I've seen the movie 3 times. So
Yeah.
I learned them after
Don't
a
even
while.
get into that.
Yeah.
Don't even get into
Well,
Yeah, let's
what-
not get into Rogue One
Why?
while we're
You
talking
said
about Logan.
you said we were gonna get into Rogue One.
Well, maybe we will.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll have to film 2 today.
No,
We'll
that's
have
what
to
I
be
think.
like,
I think we'll do like a 2-hour just us sitting and talking and like break it up into a couple episodes.
Okay, sure.
That
We can
works.
do that.
Because honestly, I got shit to say.
Yeah.
Okay, but Logan, yeah. So I see this guy with the arm, and I'm like, that's Xander Rice. Like, that's the fucking terrifying
Sorry, I don't know who he is.
villain. He shows up. Okay, so I'm like, hey, you look kind of like young and blonde and
Draco Malfoy-ish.
scary. So you must be like Xander Rice. You're coming after her, and he's like the huge X-23
Right. Okay. Yeah.
like antagonist. Like so in the comic books, Xander Rice. I think this is Rice, yeah. But it might just be because we're eating rice. I'll have to go check. I'll go grab my comic book. But
Fact check.
the fact check. Shit! It's like a totally different name. I think it is Xander. But in the comic books, the way her villain is created is that this guy, his dad worked on the Weapon X project.
Right.
And so he was a big factor in that. And when Wolverine broke out in like the whole setup costume, like we saw it in what day did people pass? Apocalypse. But we saw it in that, and he like killed all those people on his way out.
Right. Yeah.
One of those people was Xander Rice's father.
Oh, okay.
And so like there's this really heartbreaking scene in like the comic books where somebody like brings Xander like his dad's dog tag, and this little boy is just like sobbing. And so he's got this vendetta against Wolverine.
So he was just like one of the henchmen or whatever in the building or something like that.
I know. No, he was that like old British guy that had that little.
No, I was that guy's dad.
Yeah,
His dad was just like a random guy.
I think he was a scientist that worked on it.
Oh, he was one of the scientists guys.
Yeah, so he was like a contributing factor into it.
Right.
Then he was like, I'm gonna grow up and be a scientist and make like the one up.
Right.
And.
Okay, so that was the scientist guy who showed up later.
Yeah, who was like old and British.
Right.
And I was like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense
So
now because I thought that he's like. Because he's like, my dad worked on Weapon X. He's like, yeah, he gave me the claws. I probably killed him. And then it's like, so what? That guy's dad was Stryker? No, because his name is something else.
It's
so
like, I think it's Rice. Like I think it's actually Rice.
No, I remember hearing Xander somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I saw it on like a file because it said it in her file really early on in the movie, and I was like, Thomas! But. So I was like, why is this guy my focus? It should be the other one, right?
Right.
And that's where it started to crumble for me and like her backstory. Because
Right.
And then they start trying to recreate Weapon X.
Right.
And it keeps failing. They keep trying to clone him.
Right.
Yeah.
And it keeps failing. The clones don't make it past infancy. They don't make it out of like the uterus, they're trying everything, and then they discover, I think it's like a fragmented piece of his DNA, or like something is wrong, and they just can't do the X chromosome.
Oh, okay.
The Y one?
Oh yeah, the one that isn't.
Y is
a
the
boy.
one that's boy exclusive.
It would be the boy one.
Yeah,
the Y one.
So they didn't have the boy part.
Right.
Yeah.
To the DNA. So this girl scientist shows up and she's like, they've already made 22 attempts.
Right.
Or 22 attempts.
Yeah.
23?
It should be 20.
It should be 21 because he was the first. They made 21 more attempts, so that's 22 people. The next 23. Okay, so they made 21 more attempts after Wolverine.
Right.
Because he's Weapon X, then X2, X3, all of them have failed.
X2.
Right. Yes.
Oh my god.
That was a pretty solid attempt.
It was pretty solid. And then finish your water before you put the
You know
juice
what?
in.
It's transparent. I couldn't tell.
Why would you dilute the
Just let me
juice? Yeah. So this lady comes in and she's like, "You idiots! There's no chromosome. You need to make it a girl. Make the clone a woman. So it's entirely his DNA.
Right, but
there's just like that chromosome is missing.
Yeah.
And so she carries this baby." And then it's like a trained weapon. Like there's this shot of her reading The Art of War, or no, it's War and Peace. She's reading War and Peace to this like baby, TV.
Oh, okay.
You know, you read like children's books.
Yeah.
So she's reading War and Peace, and on the inside is like an actual children's book. And she's like, "Good night, Mom." She's like getting all maternal and trying to like save this baby.
Right.
What's going on? But like that's why. She had a surgery that took out her claws. He forcibly took out her claws, sharpened them, covered them in adamantium, and put them back in. Because he wanted her to suffer. Because this was Wolverine.
Right.
And this was how he was going to make her suffer. He was going to make this the hardest thing for her. And it was like his vengeance mission.
Right,
And it was so dark, and she was being punished for something she didn't even know was happening. And it was just, and so there's one part. They called her his daughter, which I was like, it doesn't even fucking make sense.
Not exactly his daughter. It has her DNA. She has his DNA.
Yeah.
She does, but she has his entire DNA.
That's not really how daughters
No,
work.
but think about this though. They said that they mentioned like, oh, so we just got a bunch of random Mexican women to carry these babies. So think about this. Think about this. They got Wolverine's DNA. How do you make a wee man pregnant? What you do is you take his DNA. You turn it. You turn it into a sperm. And
that's the crazy thing, though. That's the crazy thing about X-23 is that she's like a full clone.
Right.
Like she was held in the uterus,
but
it was
this
like
continuity,
surrogacy.
though.
In this continuity, it's fucking stupid.
Within this continuity, it makes sense that she would actually be like his biological daughter.
Well, if they started like a stem cell, and then grew the clone to like the form, and then was like in the body, like they described it properly in the comic books. I don't know why they couldn't just like implant his clone. Say like we tried 22 times.
Right.
21.
Or whatever. Yeah.
And then we finally figured it out.
What about,
here she is. Also, they call all the other kids X-23s.
Yeah,
and I was like, no,
X-23s.
they would be 24, 25.
Wouldn't they all be different numbers?
I got so mad. I was
or like maybe.
Well, but she was X-23,
maybe they're
23 though.
Maybe they're like 18 through 21 or whatever.
Yeah, just like all the other X-23s. Like they said it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you did not just
because on her file it was X-23-23.
Yeah.
So she was the 23rd X-23, I guess.
I was so grumpy, and I was like, "Why are you Spanish?" Like,
right.
I think it actually happened in Mexico, but I was still like, "Girl, why are you Spanish? Why is that happening?"
She spoke English words occasionally.
She did every once in a while. I liked it when she wasn't talking.
Yeah,
that's true.
She was great. She had still had
I did kind of enjoy more of her before she started talking. Like I didn't mind it when
she did start,
but like. Yeah, I think most of her better scenes were when she was silent.
Yeah, and I think that's why.
Like when she's just like stealing shit from the convenience store.
Yeah, just like sunglasses on, like what up? It's like, all right, I see you, I get it. We like flipped her and he's like, not okay.
Just like, it was kind of like it's actually a lot like the Terminator 2 stuff where it's like you can't just kill people and stuff like that. But also like he's kind of an asshole, so like it's different.
Yeah.
Like where John Connor's like actually a nice person. He's kind of an ass. Like he's like, no, you can't steal shit, and then he just steals like.
Yeah, he's like, your fucking phone charger.
He goes on to do a thing he just told her not to do.
Just the exhausted parenting of like a guy who's like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, basically.
I didn't want this kid. I told you to get the abortion, Martha. It's like.
Oh my god.
I should have pulled out. It's just like super like.
He's like, I didn't even have sex.
I didn't even get to the fun part of the kid.
No, this poor guy is just like, what is that? Yeah.
Why is this my responsibility?
Also, okay, now that I've gone most of my X-23 grump out, Charles Xavier.
He's great.
Like, did you guys fucking cry? Did you like cry at all? Because I cried.
No, I think it was. I kind of expected he was gonna die at some point.
He died. I've already seen him die before. That's the thing. And like he dies like all the time. Like
oh yeah,
he's either old or dead. Like it's like
they sort of reset that or whatever.
Kind of. No, so
they never really explained it.
Oh yeah,
so
I forgot that he died.
Yeah. You know what was good enough? You know what was good enough for me? So no. This is I was thinking about this because at the end of they kind of like teased the end of X-Men 3. Oh, he's alive and stuff. But this is the one where I'm like I don't even care. I'm in.
Yeah.
The one was at the end credit scene of the Wolverine when like all the metal stuff starts to move and then everyone stops moving and freaking Charles Xavier comes in and then Wolverine's like, yo, you're freaking dead. What's up with that? It's like what? How did you? And then he's like, oh, it's like I told you a long time ago, Logan, you're not the only one with gifts. I'm just like, boom! I don't even care. I don't even care that you were dead.
That just come out of your mouth, Patrick Stewart? I believe it.
I believe it. That makes sense.
That's
Sure.
enough for me.
That's not for me.
Patrick Stewart said it. I'm down. I'm in.
Yeah.
Super sold. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. I honestly just was like, I just saw him on screen and I was like, yep, that's where you're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the dementia was like super hard. Like,
Oh yeah, that was pretty sad when
that was like,
they're just wheeling around the water tower, just like spewing nonsense. Like,
oh my god.
oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Like, even the most brilliant minds deteriorate.
Yeah.
Like, it was,
So brutal.
oh yeah.
Like, because they hinted, like, they talk about, like, the Westchester incident kind of thing throughout the movie, and, like, because you're thinking, like, what is that? Like, because, like, in the have you read the Old Man Logan comic?
I've read a couple, like not a lot.
Okay, because there's something, basically there's something that happens in the comic or whatever.
Yeah,
where all the X-Men end up dying.
Mhm.
So, that's the thing is that, so I'm like, oh, okay, is it, so it's something like that, right? But then, it's just, like, so, like, super heartbreaking when it's like, oh, shit, like, he like, killed all the X-Men. Like, and Wolverine was the only one who could stop him.
Yeah, which sucks. Yeah, so I guess like either like he just didn't die from that because he can heal her.
Did he kill all the X-Men? Is that how that?
I'm guessing that's how
like,
they did. Like I remember because
they didn't exactly say.
He's like I just had a great day and I feel really guilty about that because I just remember that I killed all the X-Men.
And then when they were in that casino and he like.
Yeah, when he did all
the
that.
thing there was like some newscast that was like.
Yeah, wasn't it like
this
7 people died? It was
like,
only like 7.
Yeah, it was like this was similar to the event that happened a few years ago in Westchester, blah blah blah.
However many people were injured and 7 died.
Right.
But I didn't think those were X-Men. I didn't even think that was
because
I thought it might have been
the mansion's in Westchester, right?
Yeah, I did.
So,
I forgot about that.
So that would make sense.
Oh my god.
Right,
yeah.
Doesn't that suck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
There's another thing that's also like, this is something I'll stop talking. So it was something that I thought was like super cool was that when Wolverine is like dead and stuff, he's like, that's what this feels like, and then he's like gone.
Oh shit! I didn't hear what he said. I was
He said, so that's what this feels like.
Okay, because I was like,
what he means,
what did he say?
yeah, no, because and basically it's like I'm like, oh shit, he's never died before.
Yeah.
So he's finally like.
Finally,
it's
after
like,
all this.
After like getting his brain sent back in time and forward again, and like
yeah, all that.
And like his mind getting wiped, and like it's just like been in a blender like 24/7, like, and it's finally like. Yeah, you're home now. Go on.
Seriously, like
it's such a good send off though. Like
yeah.
Yeah. The little like X grave mark. When she turned it, I was like, "That's corny." And then as it panned out, I was like, "That's beautiful."
I was kind of like,
like I wasn't sure how I felt about that because I was like, "Oh, that's kind of nice," but also that's really stupid.
Yeah, right. I thought she was gonna like. There was a part of me that thought she was just gonna like flip it on its head and just be like the little mini Antichrist, and I was like, oh my god.
She's just gonna steal it.
Yeah.
She's just like, well, I'll just keep it. She doesn't need it. We had a funeral and everything. So
oh my god, when he buries him and it like, he's like, at least he has water, and then he just like, I was like, trying so hard not to just like sadness vomit all over the place.
Is sadness vomit a thing?
Oh, it is for me. It's like when there's a welling of emotion that happens in your throat, but not your eyes. Yeah.
I can't say I've experienced that before.
No, it'll happen one day when you're sad enough.
Thanks.
Look forward to it.
I know.
Yeah.
For some reason.
What else happened?
Oh, I love that scene when Xavier starts like shaking up the building and Wolverine's got to kill all the people and get him his medicine before like any of them shoot him.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
What a great scene.
Yeah.
I love how like their eyes can move fast enough to see him coming, and they're like, ah! They're all
He just
frozen.
like stabs his head. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I shouldn't have been as happy as I was to see the amount of like bloodshed that I did.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's
it
true.
just felt so like such due time. Like I was like, it's time for you to fucking rip somebody's head off.
Right.
And she did too.
Oh yeah, like that. I
When
love
she,
that
like,
first scene.
threw
You
that
just hear
guy's head.
you just hear them screaming and stuff. I'm like, oh, she's holding a second head. This is awesome.
Yeah, it was like that first just like image of the child holding the severed head. You're like, it's my kind of movie. I'm in. Yeah. So good. Dude. Yeah, and she was so good. Like I bought her. What is it? We left, and Thomas looked at me and he's like, I feel bad, but like I feel like it should have been more. Like I feel like it wasn't gory enough. And I was like, no, I get that. And he's like, when she was on that like clone guy Wolverine, whatever he was, and she was just like wailing on his chest, and he's like, that guy sat up and he still had a jaw, and I was like, that's not possible, but okay.
True.
Yeah, and he's like, I would have loved to see like the jaw like place itself back and then like regrow all the skin.
I feel like we didn't get to see any intestines.
It's true, and she never sustained any damage except for the bullet that was in
She
her arm.
got stabbed through with the grapple hook thing.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Shit.
It's more. A lot of the violence is definitely more like mutilation based.
Yeah,
I'd say,
it wasn't like, but she stopped taking damage once she started speaking.
That's true. Yeah.
Like the minute she started speaking.
Like I don't think she got hit at all that last fight.
No, that last fight was like the guy that. Yeah, I wanted her to like get like and just like come back up and just heal and then go. But somebody pointed out, I don't remember who it was. They were like, the actress was good and all, but she had a scar on her forehead.
That's true. I noticed that too, and I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't that be healed?
Like,
what if it's a
pre being born?
You know?
Scar?
Oh yeah, true. Good point.
Is that a thing you can get?
Well,
birthmark. How?
What if it's a birthmark?
Pre being born scar.
Oh my god. You're just gonna raise your kids to be like,
it's a birthmark.
it's a pre-being born scar. Oh yeah, but yeah, somebody was like, not that she wasn't a good actor, good for the role, but like she had a scar.
That's true.
They tried to cover that up.
Could have put some makeup on that,
or they could have done like CGI. CGI. Well, it's expensive, but like they had a decent budget.
Yeah, it was definitely. I liked that it was like smaller scale than like most of the X-Men movies. Like there's no like world-ending thing that's going on.
It was really just like like a localized
go from a place
story,
to another place. Yeah. It's like that's great. Like that's all you need.
Yeah, it felt organic too. Like it felt like he was just like, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
It's like the end of Apocalypse, and the whole movie is kind of the best.
Yeah. Well, they had to learn from that. Like they had to stop and be like, like a real life.
Slow down.
Because
trying to explain the plot of X-Men Apocalypse to someone is just like, don't. Just don't.
You can.
That movie trying to explain the plot of X-Men Apocalypse to me didn't work out. I cannot imagine explaining it to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Just watch, X-Men Apocalypse? I figured out something. It's not really a movie. It's a collection of scenes.
Yeah.
And some of them are really good.
Yeah.
Like the Magneto scene and the Quicksilver scene.
Quicksilver scene was good.
Those are really good scenes.
But like, it's not exactly a story.
It's not necessarily a story or a film.
Or it's not a.
There is a sequence of events.
It's an and then story. It's like and then Quicksilver shows up,
and then Stryker shows up, and then Wolverine's there too, and then
also, you want to hear my Wolverine qualm with that? It's like it's one of those things that people are always like, oh fuck, I forgot about that. But like the end of what was it? What was the one before
Days
that?
of Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wolverine gets pulled up with all the bars in him.
Yeah.
And he's,
No, I guess.
wow, he really doesn't know what dying feels like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he gets pulled up, and it's Stryker and his team, and you're like, shit, it still happens. Like fate still brings him back. And then his eyes flash yellow.
Yeah.
So it's
and
like,
he's
it's actually Mystique.
And then he's in Stryker's facility.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did you pay for the extra CGI to make his eyes go yellow if you were just gonna like? Why did you pay the extra money to forget your own continuity?
They didn't even bother to do like a line where it's like, oh, like, because Mystique's in the facility there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that Wolverine guy, I tried to save him, but I accidentally ran into the real Striker and I had to bail out and he got him, or like,
Yeah.
not like nothing. Like, just
Nothing. Just
like-
like, I hope they all forgot
Yeah.
we tried to lead that in a different direction. We actually realized that it would make more sense.
I hope everyone forgot that cliffhanger and
Yeah.
we left the movie.
No, because we were like the weekly plan. They're just like, oh, that's just the Bryan Singer ending. That doesn't, that's just dumb and doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, Bryan Singer likes to do that where he like
Oh my
ends his movie with
God,
the last little ooh.
That was
thing.
Apocalypse. Apocalypse was
Yeah.
Bryan Singer just like in the back row, just like masturbating. Just like,
oh yeah, I'm just going all over the screen.
yeah, like I'm so relevant. I'm so relevant. Oh, look at that opening sequence. That looks just like one of my movies. You're just like, oh, shut up.
Oh, you've seen
Like,
the X-Men before. Check out these suspects.
Oh,
They're just like
Brian, fuck off. Like, yeah.
It's like, okay, the last one was good, but you need to stop.
Yeah, dude, chill. Like, you're not relevant. Stop. Nobody likes this. Yeah. I like, just like even that opening where it like led you through like kind of a story. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Yeah, and then they like it starts at like the pyramids and then goes through like history or something.
yeah. And it's like, oh, I've never seen this before. Like the glass prison or the
Right.
mutant cells or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, I wonder who made this movie. Thank you. Good boy.
No.
Thank you for
I am-
letting me know.
I do like the first scene of like Apocalypse though.
I don't remember it.
I
So
think
it's
it's
the
like
part.
Oh, that one where he's like, oh, that had no.
that's like isn't it when
Okay,
it's ancient
okay,
Egypt or
okay.
whatever?
I'd like to reform that sentence.
Okay.
I like the one part where the telekinetic follower of Apocalypse
Yeah.
crushes the guy onto himself.
That was super cool.
That's about it.
If I could have any power, I think it would be that one.
Yeah.
Like pop cans and then my mortal enemies. Like, just I wouldn't need anything else.
You would commit murder.
Maybe. If it looked that cool and I could crush him up into like a little cube and then just like the body would just be
You
gone.
make a big cube pile of people.
Like Legos.
So human lives we're talking about.
But Legos.
Well, but Legos.
What?
did it.
Look on the fridge.
What?
Look on the fridge.
What's it saying? I'll have to look.
On the fridge. And then bring it out.
What? Brooke? Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Oh god! Is this like? This is just the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
She's leaning into the skid there.
You gotta steer into the skid.
Stop it.
Who added Thomas?
I think Jason's good.
This is kind of beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, for your fridge. I was like, you know what? That's fair. It's been up there for months.
It's trees and the R's are backwards and so are the K's occasionally.
Yeah.
That's pretty beautiful. I thought you were referring to this like whiteboard you have here.
Oh, yeah.
It says milk in bag plus eggs in plastic. Cartons are safe.
Yeah, because the milk went bad and the eggs went bad, and then I got a new thing of milk that was in a carton, and then a new thing of eggs that was in a carton, because we keep our eggs in the plastic thing.
Cartons
Okay,
are
yeah.
safe.
And so I was like, cartons are safe. Anything in bags or plastic, don't touch it. It's bad. But I think he ate the eggs. Like, weeks after they were done, they kept, like, one by one going missing out of the plastic thing.
Oh no.
And I was like, Nathan, no! I was like 6. He doesn't listen to me. He doesn't read my little notes. Do you see my Star Trek stickies?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
they're cute. I got them for Christmas for my buddy. He's the best. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, Bryan Singer masturbating. Yeah.
Just episode of Fox.
Yeah, normal stuff.
Yeah. So Charles Xavier was incredible.
Yeah.
The
I love
scenery
that. I love that it got to like swear and stuff.
Right? I was like,
It was
what?
actually like really fitting.
It was so good.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Even though we hadn't
When
seen
we
it
get to
before,
that
like
point.
it made so much sense. Like
He's like, this is fucking stupid. And you're like,
How
whoa!
How old is he? Like, it's got to be
90.
It's gotta be
Very
100.
old.
They
Like,
say he's 90 something. He said like
yeah, he's gotta be right.
they made like an
It's like 2020
Okta joke, and he was like, you mean like Nufta? And he was like 90 or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And then I was like, Jesus, you're 90.
Well, yeah, he's gotta be because he was. When was he a kid in like the 40s or something? And then
Yeah.
it's 2020 something. So yeah.
yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, let's say he's 90. That makes sense because he was born like 1930. Let's say. That adds up.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charles is Eric older?
I think so.
I think Eric.
Because in
Yeah.
He's like-
first class,
He's
they
like
show
he's like
the
10.
flashback.
He's
and
10
like-
at the beginning of the Holocaust.
yeah, and then like
So it's like born like 1929.
a little bit later, Eric or Charles is like 8
Or
9
19.
or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think he's like 5 years older, maybe.
Yeah, like a few
they're,
years older.
They're close enough to
They're
be
close.
close. Wow.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. He was really good. But then again, like, I'll buy anything Patrick Stewart tries to sell me.
Will you buy the Emoji Movie?
Is Patrick Stewart in it?
Yeah,
Oh,
What?
really?
he plays the poop emoji.
Well, I've
He
already
looks like you're up a
invested.
sad bomb.
I've already invested a lot of money in poop emoji stuff, so I guess that's fair. Like, every year I get Elizabeth something with a poop emoji on it. This year was slippers. They were poops.
I think
That's great.
like I would like this is a story I told Dan. This is a story I want to tell you because we didn't record it. Which
Okay.
is that
Alright.
I was in band and this one guy's like, "Have any of you seen the Emoji Movie trailer?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "About 3 seconds into it, I wanted to kill myself."
That's how I feel about most trailers nowadays.
Yeah. Well, not.
Yeah,
That's
I
in the
don't.
movie though, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's like any Marvel movie, it's like I'm just like, yeah, I'm so pumped, yeah.
That's true.
yeah, franchising. Like Star Wars is like any Star Wars trailer. I'm like, yeah, I'm in, yeah. What do you like the new Star Wars movies?
That's another.
It's like just like do you like
Like
Star
Force
Wars?
Awakens.
Do you
Oh, I
Star
love
Wars?
Force Awakens.
Yeah, it's what
I love
that's
Force
like,
Awakens.
yeah.
I'm not gonna see Han Solo.
You're not gonna
That's
see
fair.
Han Solo.
I don't think you need to.
I want
I mean,
to
we
because-
know what happens to him. It's called the original trilogy. That's the story. So.
Yeah, and it's like he starts off the original trilogy as a shitty person. So I'm like, why would I want to watch you
Become a shitty person.
either become a shitty person
or
or
just become,
start
or
a shitty person
and
and
become
continue to be a
shittier.
shitty person?
Or maybe he starts a really shitty person and becomes a slightly less.
I think he starts a less.
Yeah.
I think he starts a less shittier person and becomes shittier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that just means the ending
But
is
then
him
it's-
being shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And then it
But
just, then later he just gets nice. So.
But then, like, you don't want to see him because there's no miracle in seeing him nice
Right.
later on if you see him nice at the beginning.
That's true.
Because there's no, like, look, he's finally, after this life of
Right.
shit,
No,
turning
but,
into a fun person.
I didn't even think about that, like character arc wise.
Yeah.
That makes
But-
sense.
okay,
or lack
but-
thereof.
okay,
Let's talk
yeah,
about Rogue One.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Donald
Sorry.
Glover as Lando though.
Love it.
Perfect
That's
casting.
pretty good.
I love Donald Glover. He's fantastic.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Rogue One. You were saying.
No, we shouldn't do Rogue One. It's still
Why?
a Logan episode.
Why?
How
We
long
can
have we
talk.
been
We
going?
talk about multiple.
How long
things.
have we been
We've been
going?
going for almost 45 minutes.
We talk about, like,
Jeez.
Whatever.
Yeah, we do, but I feel like
No. We talk about.
You're too
nothing.
scheduled.
I'm too scheduled.
You're
Okay,
too scheduled
fine.
for our
We'll
nothing
talk
cast.
We'll start. How about we'll.
Well, let's do our like Logan final thoughts.
What did? Okay. Also, you saw the Deadpool thing, right?
I
That
love
was so
it.
fantastic.
I liked it was Jeremy Dons that said it was sort of like the Pixar shorts where like they play like a short like 5-minute movie or something
Yeah.
before like the
Yeah.
feature. It was like that but for Deadpool because it's
But
almost
for
like a
Deadpool.
full
It was.
story, right? It's not really a trailer.
No, it did its own thing, and it wasn't really a trailer.
But like it's such an obvious joke like him changing in the
Oh, yeah.
booth.
And it's
But
just
it was still hilarious.
I was sitting there, and I honestly, like, They're playing the
Yeah.
Superman music,
Yeah.
and I felt like we were gonna get struck by lightning. I was like, how did they get the music?
Yeah.
Why are they playing Superman music?
That's like I feel like
in
Deadpool is one of the
movie.
only franchises that can do that. Like
Yeah. And
like-
Tom was like, I think they still have the rights to the music from way back when.
Fox.
Yeah, because Fox
That's
did a
true,
Superman
Fox
movie,
might-
right?
They might have.
Fox
I think
did
they might have done.
Returns,
They might have done.
Returns.
No, wouldn't it be Warner Brothers that did it, right?
Yeah.
They own DC.
Yeah. It might be easier to buy.
Maybe
You
I
can
don't
buy like a patent to
Yeah, they
a
probably
theme
they might
though.
have just paid for it.
So you can just say like you give them a certain amount of money and then you get a piece of paper that says, "Look, I can use this music in my movies."
right. Yeah.
I highly doubt it would have been like a Marvel movie that they were like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know? So
Right.
like, I feel like they must have found their own
Yeah,
like,
they
sneaky
or they
loophole.
found a way to.
Yeah.
True. Or maybe just because it's Deadpool, they knew it was like for jokes that they
Yeah.
let,
But it
let
was-
them. Because like in any other context, they wouldn't let them do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was
yeah.
like,
It is-
oh my god, is someone gonna walk in and turn it off? Like, I was really surprised, which is good. And I'm sad though. Okay, not that I loved what they did with X-23 and her story and all that stuff, but I liked her.
Right.
And I liked seeing her, and I thought it was like, on a scale from like 1 to 10, like 10 being like the most painful that could have been for me, it was like a 5. Like it was like like
Not- so not too
50%
bad,
of me really loved her,
Right.
which is pretty good considering. And so,
Your high standards.
but there, yeah, I have crazy high standards when it comes to like I'm picky. But I'm sad they said it in 2029. There's
Right.
like
What do you
everything
do
else.
after that with X-23?
Yeah.
Not much. There's
'Cause
no one
she's-
left. So
It's not like she's old in that one, and you can show her young later. Like she's
it's true.
barely existed.
You have to show her older at all, right?
Yeah.
So,
And the weird thing is, okay, so like, did you see the Deadpool poster where it was like the pile of mutants that looked like they were chasing after the balloon?
I don't think so. No.
Well, there is one. It's like a promotional poster.
There was a lot of posters for Deadpool.
Yeah, for Deadpool, and it's like the silhouette of like a bunch of like. There's more. You see more like mutant stuff at the top. Like Cyclops is like this, and he's like trying to shoot the balloon,
Oh, okay.
and like it's just like this huge mountainous pile of people, and there's like a pickup truck hanging out of this pile of people, and Deadpool's sitting on the end of it,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and they're all. It looks like they're all going after like a blue balloon, and in there's like there's a hand with like 2 claws coming out of it,
Right.
and I was like. And then they're like, this movie's set in 2029. And I was like, but Deadpool's set in 2017.
Right.
So what are you going to do, the baby? Like,
Yeah.
if that, yeah, she could, like, have just been born.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Depends
It's
on
like,
what,
and
she
depends
seems
on
to
depends
be
on what
like
canon she
13.
exists in, though. Because, like,
Right.
Logan seems like it takes place in a separate canon from both the reset canon and the.
It seems like they don't care about continuity between
No.
the movies anymore. So I don't know.
No.
So I feel like we could see her just show up in a Deadpool.
I'd be so
sequel at
pissed.
some point.
I know they don't care about continuity, but
It's
I care.
apparently they don't. So
I care about continuity.
That's true.
And
That's
it
fair.
drives me up the wall when movies like so blatantly say shit like that, and then they're like, "Just kidding, time is relative."
Yeah, it'd be
No.
less. It'd be less.
Time is true.
It'd be less of a problem, I think, if they didn't spend so much time in Days of Future Past to like purposely try to fix the timeline, and then they're like, just kidding, like one movie later. So
Yeah, I was like, okay, Days of Future Past was a spectacular movie.
yeah,
Like I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Wait, did I love that movie?
this is the time travel one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, what was the one? First Class?
First
Yeah.
class.
That one was also really good.
Which one was the one with like little Emma Frost?
At First Class, I think. I don't know which one. She was
No, it was Wolverine. It's all just still
X-Men
Wolverine.
Origins Wolverine. She was in that one briefly.
Yeah, where it looked like they stuck fucking bedazzles all over her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, so I just really hated Wolverine. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was
Origins Wolverine? 'Cause that
The-
was terrible.
yeah. That one was pretty shit.
And that was, oh, I can't even talk about it. I'm so angry.
No, the first class is
Yeah,
actually
that's
solid,
right.
though.
Yeah, First Class was, now I just had to like untangle the
Right,
canon in my
yeah,
head.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
But yeah, if it's full diamond Emma Frost, I like it.
Right. Okay.
If it's bedazzled Emma Frost, I hate it. And I think that's just how I'm gonna gauge the X-Men movies from now. I'm gonna be like, where does it stand from like bedazzled Emma Frost to like?
I'll do it on a scale if it's out on the scale from bedazzled Emma Frost.
Yeah, like how many gems were there? Was it 1 or like a billion? Yeah, that was fucking stupid. I hate that movie. And who is she supposed to be? Like, who was supposed to be her sister? Silver Fox.
I think her
Silver Fox was her sister.
Yeah, the girl that Wolverine was married to, but then she died. But then it turned out she didn't die, and then she died anyways.
I was like, also. But you know how? Okay, this relates it back to Logan. I'm getting us somewhere.
Right.
It's all relevant.
Seriously. So he's carting around this adamantium bullet.
Yeah.
Right.
So he can blow his brains out and be done with it. But I'm 100% positive that at the end of Wolverine, he got shot in the head 3 times with adamantium bullets.
Yeah.
And then
and it just got rid of his memory. That was what they said.
Yeah.
That those did.
Yeah.
So I guess.
So now, how sad would that have been if he actually tried to kill himself, but
And
then
it just didn't work. And he's just like, who am I?
It's just like, oh my god, I'll restart
it just starts over.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a depressing ending that was.
That's incredibly brutal.
No, but what if it was a hollow point adamantium?
Well, how would that be different?
Well, those ones explode on the text, right?
Oh, okay. Well,
so it would explode and then there'd be less
and then
adamantium and then he would heal?
would it like explode and then he'd have more adamantium poisoning, but in his brain, I guess.
Yeah.
So it like.
No, because that thing
Barely.
when X-23 shoots the Wolverine clone, like that thing,
And it explodes.
tears him a new one.
But he should have just come
It's
back.
true. It shouldn't have just bounced off him, basically, and maybe like reset his computer or something.
No,
Yeah, and like even if it exploded, then there's no adamantium left to do any damage because the shrapnel's gone everywhere,
Right.
and then his head just grows back. And
Right.
like, you kind of made Superman in making Wolverine, especially if you're gonna make like a functioning physical Wolverine who heals the same way like the young Wolverine does. And then it's like you really just made Superman in this, and now like what?
They made Superman 4.
Honestly, they made Superman. Let's be real.
No, it's Superman 4.
Yeah, whatever.
At least this
they
Wolverine
made Superman
didn't
before they
have-
were like, oh crap, people don't like when the hero always wins.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
at least this
I get
Wolverine
you.
didn't have like super long fingernails and like shoot electricity from his hands.
What?
In Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Lex Luthor clones Superman.
And he has super long fingernails?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this weird. He like clones him and uses his own DNA, and it makes like this weird, and throws it into the sun, and then it makes like this weird guy called Nuclear Man who has like weird electric fingernails.
Why?
Because Superman 4 is terrible.
And people are always like, hey, why don't you like Superman? And I'm like, where do I begin?
I feel like you've ranted about Superman to us before.
Oh my god. A day where I don't rant about Superman is probably the biggest miracle.
No, so like I feel like adamantium bullet would be able to kill like old Wolverine though.
Right, because I guess his healing
Yeah.
is
healing factor is
getting worse.
weakened.
No, for sure. I buy
And
old
it
Wolverine.
would enhance the poisoning, like poison would go directly into his brain. Right?
But I feel like adamantium poisoning works like lead poisoning, right? Whereas like it doesn't
Sure.
happen immediately,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
but
needs to
over
be in
time.
like a large dose over time, and so like an
So maybe we
extra
just kill 'em
piece of
faster,
fresh
right?
adamantium. I don't know what fresh adamantium would do. Like I
True.
feel like your body
Yeah,
has to
the
deteriorate it.
adamantium that's been in his body since the 80s or whenever he got the
It
thing.
wouldn't
Yeah.
help him though.
Should've,
I mean,
Well, it wouldn't help, but I
You
don't
know,
think
yeah,
it
it's
would
not
make
gonna
a
help. It's not
huge
gonna make it better.
difference.
But yeah, that's true.
Like it might be. I know. Look how fucking cute that guy is. He's just eating his fucking lettuce, being all cute. Little mango bet.
It's pretty cute.
It's pretty cute. He knows it.
Yeah, when Sheely first looks at the gun, I was like, oh, she's gonna put the bullet in it, and then I thought, oh, wouldn't it be like horribly sad if Wolverine had to like shoot himself, and the bullet like goes through himself and kills the evil Wolverine, and like that's how he died.
Yeah, I thought about that.
I was thinking like he's gonna do something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
that would be fucking dark, but no, they didn't do that.
No, instead it's like I'm gonna stick you on a tree.
Did you guys see the video he posted on Twitter of like him doing the sound.
Yeah, I saw that.
For Wolverine, holy shit.
It's so funny because it's like when he's running through the woods, like killing all the
and
guys.
so he has to do the audio for
And
it.
so he's just
and
like
so it's,
standing in place, like
it's him like
just like grunting.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh my
Bro,
god.
like special features for like it's like Star Wars Episode 3 or whatever. You know how they have to do that crazy lightsaber duel at the end with Anakin.
It's the only thing the prequels did for me was like cool lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. They're good at.
No, but anyways, it's just like this behind the scenes clip of Hayden Christensen
Tell me
standing.
you're not drinking that.
No, I'm not. Anyways, so Hayden Christensen like standing in a mic and George Lucas is like, yeah, so I need you to do like about like just like 500 different grunts and screams and stuff for this fight. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, like that's actually what you would have to do.
Yeah. Ugh.
he's just like,
Ugh. But I just loved watching him do it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, his
so
legs are
intense and everything.
planted, but he's like, his whole upper body's going. And he's like, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah!" I'm like, oh my god, you're so into it. I love you. And then he like, the scene ends, and he like just like looks at the camera and he's like, oh my god. Yeah.
that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Is that it? Is that all? Because it was overall a great movie.
Yeah, I mean,
it told a great
kinda
story.
really loved it. So.
It wasn't too complicated. It
Yeah.
wasn't too easy.
It wasn't too Brian Singer.
I liked that, like the first couple times, like he was just fully willing to leave.
Yeah.
X-23 there because like
Just
he only
leave it.
really cared about Charles at that
Mhm.
point.
Yeah.
And he's like, so like he's
Charles was
like,
like,
go back
"Laura,
for the girl. He's like,
Laura."
nah.
It was like, sorry, she has to find her own way out.
Yeah. He's like, it's not my problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was good.
solid. It's a good send off for Hugh Jackman. I mean, how long has he done
What,
Wolverine
it must,
now?
it's
Almost
got
20 years, right?
17 years.
13
now.
years.
Yeah, he's 17 years. So
Good God.
That's
Look
like my,
as old
that's
as
like
you
that's
are.
like my whole life.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was going to say that's like as old as my sister. Like,
yeah.
awesome movie.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
How would you rank it of
Just on a scale.
on a scale of Emma Frost diamondness?
And my first time in this.
Yeah.
Like getting there.
Like it's like 2 crystals.
Like, yeah. It's like she just has like a crystal pimple. Like, and the crystal pimple being like X-23's entire backstory
Right,
and
right.
everywhere she came from. Which is a bummer. Because I feel like if they were going to make the movie dark, like I feel like they could have done it right without impeding that story that they were doing at all.
True.
You know?
Yeah, I think the only thing is they wanted, the movie's called Logan and it's supposed to be more about, like he's the main character and I think they
the
don't
movie's
want
not called X-23.
So I think they just didn't want to detract from that too much by focusing on X-23 too much. But I think they still could have done it because it is, her origin is like based around him anyway. So.
Yeah, right? Because it makes more sense. Like, well, I'm biased. Like, extremely biased.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it's more about Logan if she was made to punish him.
Right. True.
Because she was. Like, that was her whole reason for existing is to punish him.
Right, yeah.
And so for him to be like, your life has been shit because of me, because of something I did, like, I feel like that would have been, like, a whole another level of, like, the pain he was going through. I was like, oh, it would have just been so cool.
You know what's sad though?
That
They didn't do it?
No, that we're never gonna see Hugh Jackman in the Wolverine costume.
No.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but I feel like he
It was
was
their
like,
last chance and they didn't take it.
No.
I feel like they were like, no, just spandex.
Yeah, that's true.
Who was it that
It's
was
definitely, that
really
definitely would have worked for
That
this
wouldn't have
movie.
worked in this movie. Then.
It would have worked for any of the other X-Men films he's in though, other
Yeah.
than like Bryan Singer's.
There's a deleted scene in the Wolverine where the one chick with the sword's like, "Hey, check out this Wolverine costume," and like he opens it up and looks at it. He's like, "That's pretty cool," but like he doesn't put it on anything. It's like that's a nice dick tease there. Thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks,
Dick
assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, oh, and also, I was kind of bummed out. Like, there was a small, miniature, like, just a hopeful little puppy inside That was like when he was around all the kids. I was like, Wolverine and the X-Men? Wolverine and the X-Men?
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? Yes.
Oh, I was like, you're gonna start your own school, right? The Charles Xavier School. No.
No.
Right? I was like, come on, run it, do it. But then that poor man has to just do his own thing and take care of his family. So, yeah, it's just like almost a whole Emma Stone. Emma Frost.
Emma Frost.
Yeah, I don't even want to start judging on Emma Stone basis.
How many Emma Stones?
Emma Stone out of Emma Frost.
I'm gonna give it a full diamond Emma Frost.
Yeah, but
I really loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. You know, I'm glad it ended off on a note.
I'd give it 6 bowls of rice and garlic chicken.
Wait, is like one bowl of rice and garlic chicken terrible?
No, it's 6 bowls of garlic rice and chicken. You can interpret that however you like.
Oh, great! I love that. I love when people do stuff like that. Open-ended for me.
Yeah. So do you want to end it here?
Yeah,
We're an hour. Okay.
All right, end it. Are we gonna cut it off halfway through a sentence like last time? Because that was terrible.
I won't do it this time.